US FAA System Outage grounded thousands of flights. UK-Japan Defense Pact to allow two-way military deployments. Prince Harry's memoir breaks UK sales record on first day. India's deployment constrained due to port infrastructure. Microsoft considers $10 billion investment in ChatGPT creator. Crabwalking ECorner tech could be in cars by 2025. Avatar 4 and 5 both written by James Cameron. Super Nintendo World at Universal Hollywood to open. Hello, I'm Wade Lee. Thank you for joining us on FUNDAY News. It is Thursday, January 12th, and here are your top stories. The media reported that according to the FlightAware website, more than 8,100 flights were delayed and around 1,200 canceled in the U.S. on Wednesday in the first national grounding of flights in about 2 decades. The media said the FAA briefly halted all domestic flights departure across the U.S. on Wednesday morning. The FAA then lifted the ground stop at around 9 a.m. Eastern Time after it restored a system that provided pilots with pre-flight safety notices. However, several airlines said the outage could cause delay through at least Thursday, if not longer.
Well, at the moment, we've got more than 1,100 flight delays, and at the
major U.S. carriers, including United Airlines, Delta, and American Airlines, all said they had grounded flights in response to this situation. United and Delta have issued travel waivers in response to the outage. American Airlines also said its customers could rebook their flights on Wednesday and Thursday without additional fees. But the outage appeared to have limited impact on transatlantic routes, with European carriers including Lufthansa, Air France, Iberia, and British Airways saying flights are continuing in and out of the United States. The UK and Japan will allow military forces to be deployed to one another's nations, as Tokyo expands bilateral cooperation with other US allies amid concerns about China's rising military strength. UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak will sign a major defense agreement during a meeting on Wednesday in London with his Japanese counterpart Fumio Kishida. The media reported that the pact, which is the most significant deal of its type between the two countries in more than a century, will allow planning and delivery of larger, more complex military exercises. The media said that the UK will become the first European country to have such an agreement with Japan, which has a similar deal with Australia. Japan's cabinet recently approved the country's biggest increase in defense spending since the end of World War II, updating its national security policy and describing China as an unprecedented strategic threat. According to the UK government statement, the reciprocal access agreement with Japan also helped deepen UK ties in the Asia-Pacific region. After days of TV interviews, leaks, and a mistaken early release of the memoir containing intimate revelations about the British royal family, the UK Prince Harry's Spare becomes the UK's fastest-selling non-fiction book ever. Its publisher, Transworld Penguin Random House, managing director Larry FUNDAY said on Tuesday, "We always knew this book would fly, but it is exceeding even our most bullish expectation." He said, as far as we know, the only book to have sold more in their first day are those starring the other Harry, which is a nod to J.K. Rowling's best-selling Harry Potter series.
But Prince Harry has been staking out his position for some time now.
Citing British sales figures, the publisher said it had sold 400,000 copies so far across hardback, ebook, and audio formats. Extracts from the book were leaked last Thursday when its Spanish-language edition also went on sale by mistake in some bookshops in Spain. Spare is the latest revelatory offering from Harry and his wife Meghan since they stepped down from royal duties in 2020. The release of the book also follows their Netflix documentary, which aired last month. Reuters said the UK royal family has not commented on the book and is unlikely to do so. Bloomberg reported that India Prime Minister Narendra Modi's vision of making India the world's factory is being held back by the country's inability to attract bigger container ships due to inadequate port infrastructure. Most harbors along India's coast aren't deep enough to handle vessels like the Everett, the world's largest box ship, which is 400 meters long. India's biggest state-run container handling facility, Jawaharlal Nehru Port Trust, lacks the 17-meter draft needed for such vessels to dock. The media said that India's neighbors, Sri Lanka, as well as Malaysia, have in recent months received visits from the Ever-a-Lot, which rivals the Empire State Building in length and has a capacity of more than 24,020 feet equivalent units. According to a Reserve Bank of India report in 2022, poor shipping connectivity has hindered India's integration into the global value chain. Weak infrastructure is undermining Moody's target to lift the shares of manufacturing from 14% to 25% of gross domestic product.
Do today learn. Today is Tuesday.
Commercial.
Traveler 是旅行者。
I have to wait for click.
So he or she is at the Columbia Towers Hotel gift store. 所以他在这个饭店的礼品店，然后他要买东西。Okay, so let's take this chance and listen to the.
学习让生活充满乐趣。FUNDAY 英语。
Bloomberg cited people familiar with their plans as reporting. Microsoft is in discussion to invest as much as $10 billion in OpenAI, the creator of viral artificial intelligence bots ChatGPT. The source said the two companies have been discussing the deal for months. The proposal under consideration called for the Redmond, Washington-based software giant to put the money in over multiple years, though the final terms may change. Microsoft has previously invested about $1 billion in OpenAI. The media said that Microsoft is also working to add ChatGPT to its Bing search engine, seeking an edge on Google's dominant search offering. The bot ChatGPT is capable of responding to queries in a natural and human-like manner, carrying on a conversation and answering follow-up questions, unlike the basic sets of links that a Google search provides. Still, concerns about its accuracy has prompted caution about its premature use, and New York City schools have banned its students from accessing ChatGPT. The GMC Hummer EV made news with its Crabwalk feature, where the wheels turn to allow the giant SUV to move diagonally around challenging off-road obstacles. There's no denying that such technology would be just as useful in an urban environment, allowing a vehicle to easily slide in and out of tight parking spaces. Hyundai's Mobis is working to make that a reality and showed off a unique Ioniq 5 prototype with 4 wheels that can turn up to 90 degrees. The feature is called ECorner, which bundles brake-by-wire, steer-by-wire, an electric motor, and an electric damper in the assembly of all 4 wheels. It can be installed in several vehicle types without compromising space, so Hyundai could enable it in everything from small electric sedan to flagship electric SUVs. The media outlet Autoblog said that nobody knows for sure when Hyundai will begin incorporating ECorner into production vehicles, but the company could roll it out as soon as 2025. Avatar 2 passed $1.5 billion at the global box office and eclipsed Top Gun: Maverick to become the highest-grossing film of 2022. James Cameron is finally confident enough to say that Avatar: The Way of the Water will easily make the profit it needs to greenlight his work on the 4th and 5th film in the franchise. Cameron has publicly stated that he would end the whole franchise early after the already filmed 3rd installment if it became apparent that the audience no longer cares. Cameron had previously admitted that the movie was very effing expensive to make and would have to be the 3rd or 4th highest grossing film in history just to break even. The highest grossing film of all time is still the first Avatar. Cameron explained of the 5-film saga he's lined up, we've already captured and photographed the whole film, so we're in extended post-production to do all that CG magic. And then Avatar 4 and 5 are both written. We even have some of 4 in the can. Super Nintendo World is set to open on Sunday, January 29th, 2023 for annual pass holders and on Friday, February 17th, 2023 for all guests at Universal Studios Hollywood. According to tweets by Universal Studios Hollywood, pass members' reservations for Super Nintendo World begins on Monday, January 9th at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. According to Attractions magazine, Super Nintendo World is also coming to Epic Universe theme park in Orlando, with all of the rides Universal Studios Japan has, including their upcoming Donkey Kong area and ride. As Nintendo and Super Mario fans may already be aware from the existing version of the land at Universal Studios Japan, which first opened nearly 2 years ago, guests will enter Super Nintendo World through a dazzling warp pipe, complete with lights and sound effects. There were also a pretty good number of Easter eggs and references to Mario games from throughout the past 4 decades in the queue, including Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, and Super Mario Galaxy. FUNDAY News will help you sharpen your English skills while keeping you informed on current international events. Tune into our other FUNDAY programs to learn more about the world's most important topics in English. Click the link below now to join FUNDAY for free. I'm Wei Lee, your host. I'll see you next time.